before every date, I Google the girl I'm about to go out with. And like clockwork, 3 to 5 profiles show up and I begin my browsing. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but I can't help but to look. By the time the first date rolls around, I've already spent hours analyzing her online. I've already answered all my first date questions based on her Facebook page alone. I feel like I know her because I've seen her graduation photos. I've seen photos with her best friends. I've seen photos with her ex-boyfriends. I've seen photos from last Mother's Day. But I don't. And chances are she probably feels the same way about me because she probably Googled me too. She's seen everywhere I've been in the past 3 years. She's seen every coffee shop I've stepped foot inside. And she's seen more pictures of Bevo than any one person deserves to see in a lifetime. And to be honest, I'm getting really tired of this feeling. This feeling of knowing someone when in reality we're just two strangers having trouble connecting. As a young person in my 20s, I've read every book on brand building in the digital age of marketing. I've read how I need to be on the Snapchat, on the Instagram, how I need to be writing my thoughts on Twitter every morning. But for what? Just to remind the people who watch my content that I'm still alive, that Spencer's still here, don't forget about me. I realize that every time I take time to post to a different social media platform, I'm giving my time away to try and grow my audience by just being present on the latest and greatest social media apps, instead of taking that time and reinvesting it in my core content. Think about it, if I had an hour more a day to write, shoot, and edit these videos, they'd be so much better. Well, maybe not that much better, but at least they'd come out every week on Wednesday mornings instead of Thursdays. I'm sorry. There seems to be this underlying fear that if we don't post, they'll forget about us. So we share everything. If you go to Coachella and you don't post a picture, did you really go to Coachella? If you get engaged and you don't post a picture of your engagement ring, did you really get engaged? If you go on a date with Spencer and it's killer and you don't post a 250-word essay about it on Facebook, did it really happen? Of course it didn't. It was just a dream. Now, as a follower on social media, I find myself getting much more depressed as my time on social media goes up. I find myself comparing my life to these perfectly curated feeds of lifestyle. You know, these feeds that are so good at documenting the highs in life and are so bad at even acknowledging the fact that there are so many lows, you know, that we all go through. But if you just look at this feed, it's all just the highlights. I find myself getting angry at people that I don't even know because of some bland quote and a cliche photo that they posted. I become self-deprecating and self-conscious, and I end up making myself angry over thoughts that I'm having in my own head. And it's because of me. It's not because of them and their quote. It's because of me. So I'm gonna take a break from social media for the next month. My hypothesis is that my quality of life is not increasing enough compared to the amount of time that I'm investing in these apps. You know, in 5 years, all these apps that we're using today are gonna be a thing of the past and we're gonna be on to the next greatest thing. All that time that I spent curating the perfect Instagram and Tumblr profile isn't gonna matter. I go on these apps because I'm looking for human connection. And I don't know about you, but I've never found it. I'll see you next week. And I gotta stop Googling my dates, man. I gotta stop Googling my dates.